Hi there folks, and welcome back to another one-stop trivia short round. My name is Sean, I'll be your quiz host as usual. Hope you're still enjoying all the quizzes that we're putting out for you. Okay, so trying out the new format again with the layout here. Apparently people wanted to see a bit more of me, it's some feedback that we got, so I thought we'd give it a go. If you have any comments or feedback, please feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. And if you want to leave your score on there as well, let us know. Today's quiz is a straightforward one, it's just out of 10 points, no multi-point ones today. Okay, so let's get on with today's quiz, shall we? Today it's going to be all about New York, the Big Apple, and any other such nicknames that it might have. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from which country? Okay, so hopefully a nice easy one to get you started there. So again, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from which country? Okay, question number 2. New York is famous for many things, including pizza. In which year did Gennaro Lombardi open the country's first pizzeria? Okay, so it's not just the first one in New York, but it was the first one in the entire country. So which year was the first pizzeria opened in the States? Okay, so these we'll give you 10 years either side on this one. So 10 years either side. Which year was the first pizzeria opened? Okay, question number 3. Was New York one of the original 13 colonies that formed the United States of America? Of course, that should be one, not on, of the. Really need to work on my spell check. Okay, so was New York one of the original 13 colonies that formed the United States of America? Okay, question number 4. Manhattan was purchased from Native Americans in 1626. What is the modern day equivalent for what it was purchased for? Was it $1,000? Was it $10,000 or was it $50,000? Okay, so so Manhattan was purchased from the original Native Americans who were living there in 1626. It wasn't a particularly large amount, especially if you're buying, whole island or whole area. So was it purchased for the modern day equivalent of $1,000, $10,000, or $50,000? Okay, question number 5. Where does New York rank in the list of most populous US states? Okay, so quite a few people living in New York City, but compared to all the other states, where does it rank for the most number of people living there, or for the number of people living there? Okay, question number 6. The first women's rights convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848, which marked the official start of the fight for women's rights. In which year would women in New York get the right to vote? Okay, so again with this one, we'll give you 10 years either side. Okay, so again, the first women's rights convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848. Marking the official start of the fight for women's rights. In which year would women in New York get the right to vote? Okay, so again, if you're within 10 years, we'll give you the point. Okay, question number 7. Which national park in New York, so New York State, this one, is the largest in the United States and is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, Grand Canyon, Glacier, and Olympic parks combined? Okay, so again, which national park in New York State, the largest in the United States, is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, Grand Canyon, Glacier, and Olympic parks combined? Let's hoping you know your national parks, other than the ones we named. Okay, question number 8. Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue, with over 11,000 stores worldwide. How many Walmart stores are there in New York City? Okay, so Walmart, huge retailer, owns, works as other companies and works under other names in other countries. And in the UK, it's Asda Walmart. So, Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue, with over 11,000 stores worldwide. How many Walmart stores are there in New York City? Okay, question number 9. If Manhattan had the same population density as which other US state, then only 28 people would live on the island? Okay, so I hope this one's clear. So we're looking for the name of another US state. Basically, if Manhattan, the very populated island, if it had the same population density as which other US state, then only 28 people would live on the island. Have a quick look at the population of Manhattan. See if it gives you any help. Okay, so currently the population of Manhattan is 1.63 million. Okay, so that gives you an idea of a bit of the shift that we're looking for. So if Manhattan, which currently has 1.63 million people, had the same population density as which other US state, then only 28 people would live on the island. Okay, and on to question number 10. Which of these musicians are not from New York? So, Billy Joel, the Ramones, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, Bruce Springsteen, Lou Reed, Alicia Keys, Run DMC, or Ella Fitzgerald? Okay, so again, which of these musicians are not from New York? Billy Joel, the Ramones, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, Bruce Springsteen, Lou Reed, Alicia Keys, Run DMC, or Ella Fitzgerald? Okay, so that is the end of the questions. If you need any more time, just pause the video, take as much time as you need. It's just for fun. We'll go on to the answers in a moment. Just before I do that though, my usual spiel. Up in the top left, you'll see a URL, kidsneededucation.org. That's for a charity based here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Provides the only free primary school in the city. Basically all the other schools are fee paying of some kind, and most people here cannot afford to send their children to school. So so many children just not getting any education at all. The charity provides a school where everything is provided free of charge for the children who go, up to and including school uniforms. Okay, so if you're able to make any kind of donation at all, even just £1 or $1 or whatever, anything all goes a long way. Also, the other URL there that you'll see is onestoptrivia.com. That's the URL for One Stop Trivia from my account. On there you'll find all of our old quizzes and other items such as app downloads and quiz books. We've just launched another new book recently. And other bits and pieces. So One Stop Trivia, your stop for all your trivia needs. Okay, so let's get on with the answers then, shall we? Here we go. So, question number 1. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from which country? Well, that was France. Again, hopefully a nice easy one that you all got there. Okay, question number 2. New York is famous for many things, including pizza. In which year did Gennaro Lombardi open the country's first pizzeria? Well, that, and as I say, we'll give you 10 years either side here. It was 1895. Okay, 1895. So if you've got between 1885 and 1905, we'll give you the point there. Okay, question number 3. Was New York one of the original 13 colonies that formed the United States of America? Yes, it was. It was the 11th of the 13 colonies to join. Okay, question number 4. Manhattan was purchased from the Native Americans in 1626. What is the modern day equivalent for what it was purchased for? Was it $1,000, $10,000, or $50,000? It was purchased for just the equivalent of $1,000. Okay, $1,000, so not very much at all. Question number 5. Where does New York rank in the list of most populous US states? It is 3rd. Okay, so behind California and Texas, despite it only being 27th largest state by area. Apparently, I think about 40% of all of the residents of New York State actually live in New York City. Okay, on to question number 6. The first Women's Rights Convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848, marking the official start of the fight for women's rights there. In which year would women in New York get the right to vote? Again, we gave 10 years either side, so they got the vote in 1917. So if you got between 1907 and 1927, we'll give you the point. Okay, question number 7. Which national park in New York, the largest in the United States, is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, Grand Canyon, Glacier and Olympic parks combined? That is the Adirondacks. The Adirondacks. Okay, big park. Okay, question number 8. Walmart is the world's largest company by revenue with over 11,000 stores worldwide. How many Walmart stores are there in New York City? Well, there are 0 Walmart stores in New York City. Apparently the city has been quite resistant to opening a Walmart store for some reason. Okay. Question number 9. If Manhattan had the same population density as which other US state, then only 28 people would live on the island as opposed to the 1.63 million that they have currently. Well, so obviously you're looking for a very sparsely populated state, so that is going to be Alaska. Okay, so Alaska. There we go. And question number 10, which of these musicians are not from New York? So Billy Joel, the Ramones, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, Bruce Springsteen, Lou Reed, Alicia Keys, Run DMC, or Ella Fitzgerald? Well, the one that is not from New York is Bruce Springsteen, or the boss, if you will, because he is from New Jersey. Okay, so that is the end of the quiz. Tot up your scores, pop them in the comments down below, let us know how you did. Okay, so yeah, that is the end of the quiz. Please give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow or subscribe on social media for more regularly updated trivia content. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/onestoptrivia, and we're on YouTube at the channel that you're watching us on at the moment. So as I say, give us a subscribe, give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Okay, thank you very much, and until the next quiz, goodbye.